YouTube video. Today we are going to be making a brand new salt soap. However, for me it isn't today because I'm talking from weeks in advance. I completely forgot to film the intro to this video. The salt soap that we're making today is a brand new one. It's called Caribbean Smoothie and it is did launch on our launch on the 26th of April, and I can give you a little bit of a heads up that it's sold really well. So at this moment in time they are all sold out. It's gonna get restocked in a couple of weeks time, so if you like the look of these salt soaps, you haven't missed out. They're gonna come back. If you have tried it, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Right, let's crack on. Okay, so I have everything out and ready to go. We're gonna crack on with it now. Okay, so we have everything set out ready to go. The way that I'm gonna do this today is make them as two separate soaps with no colour, and then split it off into the third. It's just easier for me with the maths, with the calculations of everything. I've got my salt ready to go, my colours and my micas as well. Of course I'm going to put on my goggles. I've got my long sleeves and my gloves on for protection as well. Almost forgot I've got my lye here as well. Everything is ready to go. Time to do the first part of the soap today. So I've got my coconut oil in here. Our salt soaps just, the only oil in them is coconut oil. I did try experimenting with different types of oils in it, but nothing just compared to how good coconut oil was on its own. So yeah, it's just coconut oil. Anyway, we're gonna add in the lye. So let's pour this in. Long here before I add in everything else that I need. So we're gonna add in the fragrance oil as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it exotic fruits, but I'll see what it smells like again after it's finished saponifying, because last time it didn't make a change to the fragrance at all when it went through the soap process. But I'll just see when the colours are involved too, because you know, sometimes, like, I guess psychologically, sometimes if something is a different colour, it makes it smell a bit different. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see what the team think after we've put it all together. Anyway, let's add in the salt as well. Tappity tap. And let's give it a mix. It smells so good. And at this point, I'm just watching to make sure that the oil and the salt is nicely combined together. And it's like one smooth consistency. And depending on the fragrance, sometimes depends on how quickly this happens. Some fragrances makes it happen like pretty much instantly. For some it can take probably like 20 minutes of mixing, even with this on. Anyway, I think that's enough for now for that one. I'm gonna set that to the side for a moment, and we're gonna start on to the second half. So we're gonna add in the lye. I might just add in the fragrance here as well, to be honest. It doesn't really make a difference with this soap that I'm making. I'm gonna add in the fragrance. Tippity tap, make sure it's all out of the container. And because it's the same sort of thing, I'm not gonna bother scraping that off too much. Let's go again, let's mix. Ooh, it's interesting, isn't it, what colour the fragrance turns the soap. I think this will go back to being neutral after it's gone through the saponification process. That's what it did in my testing anyway. Tippity tap, tap out all the salts, and let's mix it in. Trying to work my way from the bottom to the top, all around the sides, making sure that I've got in all the parts where the salt could have seeped into. And again, we're trying to get this to a similar consistency, a smooth, what's the word, like a consistent consistency maybe. That could be, that makes sense. Right, that'll be enough. What we're going to do now is split these roughly across 3 different jugs, because we want this to be 3 colours. So I'm going to pour a little bit in from this one, a little bit in from this one, And let's just make sure they're roughly about the same amount. Yes, they are. Right, I'll come back in a second when I've added in the colour. Okay, so we have the colour in each of the 3 jugs now. We're gonna incorporate all of this in, and then we're gonna pour it into the moulds. So, I normally start with the lightest colour first. So we're gonna go for the green. I think I'll do the orange last, because that tends to be the most pigmented. Right, let's give this a little mixy mix. Tap out all the bubbles. I've got it on a low setting right now. Normally I'd add the colour in when it's just the oils in the pan, so I can mix it as much as I need without speeding up the trace. Because we split the soap the way we did today, I had to add it in last, otherwise all the colours would mix together. Right, I think that's incorporated. Give it a quick spin off, and let's mix the blue. Right, that will do. God, this is thickening up, you know. This is getting a little bit thick. Whoa. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. I think this might need a little bit of a manual stir as well. Colours are popping though, aren't they? It's because the soap base is so white. When you add a little bit of colour, it just makes it go pop. Pop goes the weasel. Right, that will do. I'm gonna go find myself a spatula and we can scrape off all the excess. Okay. Scrapey, scrapey. Right, this is getting thick. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna scrape down the sides, make sure we've got all the colour incorporated and all the ingredients and nothing stuck to the edges that hasn't been mixed in. Ooh, okay, right. Let's get these in the moulds. I'm not entirely sure how I want to put this in there, to be honest. Okay, you'll have to ignore the tripod because we're also recording this for socials, but I've got you a good angle just here. We're gonna get these in the loaf now. So I'm thinking we're gonna go orange first at the bottom. There's no reason for it, it's just what I feel like doing. So we're just gonna give it a little stir because it's already thickening up. Wow, this is the fragrance oil that's doing this. Oh my goodness, okay. Oh no. We're gonna have to force it in. Okay, right, we're gonna have to change the angle a little bit, guys. Emergency. Right, let's go. We're just gonna have to slop it in like this. It will all turn out fine in the end. It's just, I just took so long getting all my cameras set up. Splodgy, 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 splodgy. Woo, okay, right, the first one is in. I'm gonna give it a little push down to get it in all the crevices. We don't want any holes in the soap because it just looks a little bit fugly. If you can hear that squirting noise in the background, Zach is down here making some lip butters today, so that is what's going on. Okay, on to the next. I was gonna ask you what colour to do next, but obviously you can't tell me right now because you're watching this in the future, so maybe let's go for green. I feel like green would look good after the orange. Okay, we're also probably gonna have to slot this in as well. Yeah. Okay, it's on. Let's do this. Slop. This is a real Shrek type of colour, isn't it? Get out my swamp! Oh God. Okay. Apologies to any Scotsmen hearing that right now. Sloppity slop, 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 sloppity 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 slop. Why do I always sing the B song when I'm doing something I don't know what to say? I love this colour. It's really nice. Okay, we've got it in there, guys. Let's push it in. Pushity push, 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 pushity push, push, push. Okay, right. Finally, we have the blue. Right. To be fair, this is given exotic fruits, isn't it, with these colours? I'm going to be excited to see what these look like when I cut them. I'm thinking of doing a little swirl, actually, before I do the soap top and before I put all the soap in. Oh, just blob some on the table. Blob. 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 Okay, I'm not going to use a wire tool. I think what I might do is get a little spoon. I'm going to spoon it round. Let's go get a little spoon. A little IKEA teaspoon. Okay, right, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to swirl it round in circles inside the mould. Are you ready? Swirling it round to the bottom, swirling it up to the top. It's quite hard to do one-handed. Yeah. Right, this might look a little bit funky in the end, to be honest. But it's fine, it's fine. I think no, positive thoughts. I think it's gonna look pretty good. The colours are making it pop. The colours are giving exotic fruits. Right, we're gonna splodge it back down, which will change the pattern a little bit, but it's okay. And then we're gonna use two hands and boom, 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 boom. And you see how that's brought up the air bubbles in the soap? I've just created as air bubbles by mixing it around, so that's just helped some of them come to the surface. Right, let's plop in the last of the soap now. Oops, the camera's moved. Oh my God, this smells so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, now let's tap it all down. Right, I think I might do a little bit of a soap top on this one. And do you know what? Because we're giving exotic fruit, let's go for a spiky soap top. Let's use a fork. Let's use a fork. So yeah, we're going to mix it up a bit today. I'm thinking I'm going to use a fork, but maybe do, yes, oh my gosh. Not as smooth as I thought it might be, but we're giving it a little fork wave. This is giving summer, this is giving heat, this is giving holiday. Oh my gosh. It looks like a little kid's drawing, like messy play. Okay, right, these soaps are done now. We're gonna let them sit for about an hour and a half and then we're gonna cut them. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so these soaps are ready to be cut now. And the reason I know that they're ready to be cut is because I have some holes at the bottom of these moulds. Now, I got my brother to cut these into the moulds a few years ago now because I was always having trouble getting the salt soaps out of the mould because they're so hot. They're like, I guess because they're expanded a little bit and they kind of create like a bit of a suction. So it was really hard to get them out. And by the time I got some of them out, they'll be too hard to even cut. So these holes are a lifesaver. Anyway, the reason I know that they're ready is because when I touch it, they're really, really hard. These are probably a bit harder than I would like them to be honest, for cutting. So we're gonna have to see in a moment what these are actually like. I would normally have them a little bit soft. I don't know how to describe the texture to you, to be honest. Yeah, these might be a little bit hard to cut. The issue with salt soaps is they just get harder and harder and harder. And if they're too hard, you can't cut them. And even if you tried, they'd end up like, what's the word? Oh God, pause, think, what's the word? And it would all crumble. We've thought of the word, okay. Right, let's put that one to the side. Let's get the other one out now. This is the bit that I hate the most with the cutting of the soap, the salt soap. So I try and get them out first. Right. Sorry guys, I'm trying to talk and put a little bit of speed behind this. So let's get these out. These are going to be hot, by the way, because I only made them, I think, about an hour and a half ago. They are hot. Right, we're going to put them on the cutter, leaving a little bit of a gap at each end so we can cut through to see the design. Okay. Oh, they are a little bit hard, but not too bad. They're kind of like Scooby-Doo colours. Oh my God, I made a Scooby-Doo soap. Scooby-Doo. What do we think, guys? These look so cool. Oh, and they smell amazing as well. Oh, they look so good. Oh my God, these are so summery. You guys are gonna be obsessed with these when they launch on Friday, the 26th of April. I've got a few holes in a couple of them, but that's okay. Handmade soap and that. The reason we've got holes is, you know how the soap was quite hard when I put it into the molds? It would just be that I haven't managed to push it down into all the crevices before I let them sit. Right, we're gonna put the second one in straight away. So we're gonna, sorry, it's a little bit messy, isn't it? But salt soaps do get messy. Quickly, I would normally take time to clean it all down in between, but these are rather hard. Right, let's put the next one on. Give these a little wipe down. So we have a nice clean cut. Okay, let's go. Sometimes when you cut salt soaps, they make a really satisfying ping at the end. Oh God, no, it's stuck. Oh, okay. Let's see the next loaf. Ooh, I really like these. They are giving off Scooby-Doo vibes, but also very summery Caribbean vibes, don't you think? Exotic fruits. Oh, look at the swirls on this one. That's a good one. They're nice. I am obsessed with these. Amazing. And then these end pieces we are going to save and we'll be selling them as soap scraps, so there is no waste. Okay, that's it. I think those soaps are really cool in the end. It's nice to try something new, and I think the colours really work, especially in summer. I think they're gonna look fabulous. We've only made a few bars to begin with. I ended up not making any minis. I've just gone in with the full size bars because I haven't done a big batch. But I'm gonna be interested to see what customers think. I think they're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching another video. If you do like what you've seen here today, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you really love it, don't forget to go and follow us on the other platforms too. Have a little look at the description below for more details. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday at 2 p.m.